My God. So which sign are you going to have right at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Aquamarini? Which sign are you going to have? Because this particular sign, it's going to be so different. It's going to be so big. It's going to be so significant. It's going to be so unique. And you will know at that moment in time what this means. And most importantly, what exactly do you need to do? Because that sign, it's gonna, oh my God, it's gonna make you aware of the fact that something which was on your mind for a while and which is going to be on your mind at that moment in time when you see that sign, you know, something that you're doubting, something that you're so unsure about whether you should do it or whether you should not. Well, this sign, it's all gonna be about you, like, you know, hurrying up with something and speeding up with something. Not only that, what is going to be on your mind at that moment in time, this is going to work for you perfectly. This is exactly what you need and what you have to do. Not only that, but this sign, it's also going to make you aware of the fact that you're going to be able to move on with your life. You're going to be able to make an important decision right now. Something that you had find, you know, something that you found challenging for so long, and something that you knew it's going to be imminent to do. That it's to do with a specific step, is to do with a certain move, okay? And but now, not only this is going to be a confirmation that that's exactly what you need to do, but at the same time, it's going to be a confirmation that you're going to be able to do that much quicker, much sooner than you actually originally thought. Absolutely brilliant. This is so important. It's about you finally walking away from something that has been draining your energy for so long. But it's not something that can happen overnight. It's something which is going to take time. But it's going to happen really quickly. I can tell you, really quickly, whatever you consider quick to be. All I can say to you that by the time you get to June 2024, your life is going to be completely different. In fact, it's going to start happening way before June 2024. You're going to have a glimpse of this like in March 2024. May, it's going to be big, but June, it's going to be absolutely remarkable. You will be able to move on with your life, my gorgeous Aquamarini, and this is going to be so important, because you know, what are you doing right now? What are you actually going to do? And what you're going to realize that you need to do, it's not only about a certain step, certain move that was on your mind, some kind of idea and realization that you knew that you're going to have to do, but also it's about speeding things up at the same time. You will know this is going to be the part of a very strong and powerful confirmation that you are, that everything is going to be fine, everything is going to be okay, and you are going to be able to do something much sooner, much quicker. When? Right now. The time is right now. This is going to put you in a mode where you're going to realize that now it's time to start some kind of a planning, not tomorrow, not day after tomorrow, but right now, my gorgeous Aquamarini. This is going to be ridiculously important, but it's also bringing, so much hope, so much faith, and so much inspiration into your life. You're slowly but surely, my gorgeous Aquamarini, thank God for that. You're slowly but surely moving towards the calmer waters. You have to protect yourself. You have to protect your precious energy. It's a lot about moving on and moving away from people who have been draining your energy for way too long. I'm not saying that you're not going to see them ever again, because these are people that are prominent people in your life, like your family members, but it's to do with the specific people who have been doing like a terrible things to you so far. So it's more about moving away from them and just doing the right thing, my gorgeous Aquamarini, in order to live your life in the best possible way, in order to protect your precious energy from the people that have done nothing but sucking you dry for way too long now, like so important. I know it sounds like maybe a little bit morbid, but it's not. You're gonna feel this sense of inspiration that is just gonna pull you back in, right in. And once you find yourself in such a sacred space, everything is gonna start making sense, like why certain things have been happening in your life. Why did you go through certain things? You know what? Things have been really difficult over the last 2 years for you. I know this. But what you have learned about yourself, the experiences and you've been through, only now they're going to become obvious. Only now it's all going to become obvious that you have been prepared for this for such a long time. Moving on with your life, but also doing the right thing, protecting yourself, and most importantly, protecting your precious energy. Absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous aquamarini, indeed. And please do not ignore the vivid dreams which you are going to have. Listen to me very carefully. Please do not ignore vivid dreams which you are going to have throughout this week. You're going to have lots of short little dreams, but they're going to be so vivid and they're going to be completely different. But they are all going to be guiding you towards something really specific which you need to do, which you have been neglecting in your life. So do not ignore the power of these psychic dreams which you are going to have. These dreams in itself, they're not going to make sense whatsoever, and they're going to be completely different, trust me. But at the same time, these dreams, my gorgeous aquamarini, are going to be guiding you towards something really specific that you have been neglecting, and you have to consider that very seriously. And by the end of this week, that is absolutely going to be obvious. And even if you don't understand vision wise, these dreams are going to be vivid. Even if you don't understand the actual vision wise, you're still going to feel it through your dreams. Like what do you need to give more attention to? Something that you have been neglecting about yourself, but it is ever so important to pay attention to it, because it is also at the same time going to provide you with a spiritual key indeed, because in as little as 3 weeks time you're going to find yourself on a really pretty much so unusual crossroads, and this is going to contribute towards you taking the path you would never take normally, and that path is going to be the one which is going to change your life forever in the best possible way. In terms of energy, everything is going to start changing, and you need this, my gorgeous aquamarini, purely because you've been through way too much now, and now it's time to start focusing on yourself. The more love you give to yourself, more love you're going to be able to give to other people. But it's enough of that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't give love to other people, but I'm just saying that you really have to consider putting yourself as a number one at this stage of your life. Because if you don't help to yourself at this stage, you're not going to be able to help to people who would need your help, who you want to help, who are prominent people in your life. So this is why this is all going to be so important. Oh my goodness. And also, my gorgeous aquamarini, a couple of days after this moment in time, I like this so much because, fantastic news when it comes to your success, when it comes to something that you've been working on for quite a while, and that was good, that was a successful, you got what you needed to get, and that's fantastic. But this particular news is really going to surprise you, because something is going to be more successful and bigger than you could have possibly imagined. And now you're going to realize oh my God, now you're going to realize there's some kind of a path that you need to follow, and this is going to surprise you. But then again, it's going to remind you of something that you were thinking about about 1 year ago. So it's again all going to start make sense. You will realize that you had enough of people stabbing you in your back, bless your heart, especially after you kind of giving your heart away and helping to so many people around you. You're going to be reminded of how many people stabbed you in your back, and that in itself, it's actually going to make you feel even more passionate here to start something new. to start something new. And I will tell you that this is going to lead towards you being so much happier, so much more content with your life. It is not always all about money and finances and things like that, but it's about us living our life in the best possible way and making the most out of it. You know, this is what you need to understand, that some kind of a really big wish, it's actually going to come through this really big wish, but it's more to do with an emotional contentment than anything else. So this is why this is going to be ever so important, my gorgeous aquamarine. Like, oh my goodness. Also, by the time you get to the mid part of this week, you know, do not forget, keep on taking that moringa powder. I was telling you, you need to take moringa powder, and you need to take this for a while, because there is something not quite right with your potassium levels. You need potassium, my gorgeous aquamarine, and this moringa powder is going to provide you with a wonderful amount of potassium. But also, on another note, it's going to give you lots of that precious, like, energy, you know. And on another note, when it comes to your digestion, something is not gonna be right whatsoever, and moringa powder, it's also going to help you with your digestion as well, my gorgeous aquamarine. So this is something which is going to re-energize you, and energetically it's gonna be brilliant for you. Organic moringa powder is something that I would go for. Non-organic, not non-organic, but organic, the actual organic moringa powder. And this is a very powerful, highly nutritional powder, which is made of the leaves of this particular tree, and it's very strong. And so you just need to take it every day in a little glass of water, just a little teaspoon, just on the edge of the third of the actual teaspoon, not big spoon, you know, not tablespoon, but the actual teaspoon, because it's very strong, so you must not take too much. So it's only like a teaspoon, and you put on the third of the teaspoon, and you mix in it that much water and just drink it, you know. And I don't mind the taste. I take it myself, of course I do, but I don't mind the taste whatsoever. To me, it's like a natural taste, natural flavor, you know. But then again, you know, it's really entirely down to you, how you feel about these things, you know. But it's like completely natural flavor. So this is something I highly recommend you indeed. And also, my gorgeous aquamarine, when it comes to the midweek, hello. Yeah, when it comes to the midweek, you're really going to have such a beautiful and positive experience. Something is going to happen, and you are going to have a gorgeous experience. It's like something it's going to bring, you know, like pleasure into your life. This experience is going to remind you of like having fun in your life, but this beautiful experience which you are going to have, it's also going to remind you, something is going to be triggered within you, and it's going to remind you of your past. You know, it's going to remind you of your past. It's going to trigger some kind of memories. And I'm talking about the past, like a long time ago, when you were like a little child, my gorgeous aquamarine, you know. And now it's not only about you reminding yourself of this, what is going to happen. It's not only going to remind you of your past, of your childhood, but it's also going to remind you of like simple joys in life. It's going to remind you of certain things that you enjoyed, but you don't enjoy anymore. A lot is going to be on your mind, but most importantly, all this is going to trigger some kind of idea which you are going to have. You must not ignore this idea whatsoever, because this particular idea, it's not just an idea, but it's also beginning and starting the process of a very powerful manifestation. Why? Because it's the perfect balance in between your spirituality and practicality right now, my gorgeous aquamarine. And this is when your energy is going to be very strong, and later on, when you're kind of relaxing and chilling out, you know, when you're relaxing and chilling out, you tap into the very interesting vibration. You tap into a very interesting dimension that brings the best out in you in terms of your subconscious mind. You see what you don't normally see, you understand what you don't normally understand, and you have an insight that you wouldn't normally have. So my point is, and especially when it comes to at a time when it's such a good balance in between practicality and spirituality, it means that decisions that are going to come to you randomly, that you're going to be surprised by, you should definitely go for, because because they're only going to be happening at such a sacred time of our lives, which is happening to you right now, which means that a couple of hours after that moment in time, or a couple of days after that moment in time, you're going to be chilling out, you're going to be relaxing, and there is this vision which you are going to have, this vision. When it comes to that idea, you're just not going to be able to stop thinking about that idea whatsoever, but because you're going to tap into different dimensions, this is going to help you to see things further. And there is this vision which you are going to have, and you will know that it's absolutely imminent for you to follow what makes you optimistic, but you're also going to realize as a part of this vision that this is on one hand going to bring a great adventure into your life, but it's also like kind of going to put you in the right frame of mind. It's going to help you with your own spiritual alignment, which is ever so important when it comes to you understanding how important these things are. It's going to help you to open your eyes and take things seriously. And once that happens, you're going to be able to see things in a completely different light, especially when it comes to those things that have been scaring you to kind of to move on with your life. So this is why this is important, because it's also going to create a moment where you are going to kind of set yourself free, baby. Okay? Important. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Aquamarini, oh God, oh God, oh God. When I was pulling the cards out, that was my reaction. Oh God, not again. That was my reaction. No, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so now, I'm not gonna lie to you. There is no other way of saying this. There's someone here, this bastard. This bastard person, that's all I can do. Someone who is a bastard anyway, someone who is being an idiot to you anyway. Sorry to speak like that, but you know what I mean. But there is a horrible person here, and this bastard has already done something bad to you, something negative to you. It's part of that little group of people that have been very much so projecting a huge amount of negative energy towards you for a while now. They were driving you nuts for a while now. There's one of them who is very prominent. One of them, it's going to show their real face, and one of them, it's going to do something, and it's really going to kind of like make you just like a little bit of upset. And what they're going to do, it's going to create an unexpected change. It's going to throw you out of balance a little bit. On one hand, you're going to be completely surprised, but then on another hand, you've seen this coming. You knew that this bastard with a pleasure, bastard, this bastard, sorry, this bastard, oh my God, my cards are flying. This bastard, it's like gonna do something, and this is not going to surprise you, but more like a time-wise, it's gonna surprise you, if that makes sense. And it's gonna throw you out of balance a little bit. It's gonna be a negative experience. And first of all, you're gonna be that bastard. This is what she or he is up to? This is what this person is up to? That bastard. That's how you're gonna feel. And you know why? You know what? On one hand, you're gonna be like angry and like, you bastard. But then on another hand, you're gonna be like, you know what? You're gonna become so determined. You're gonna become so passionate. You're gonna prove your point to that person, fantastic, in the best possible way. Just, you're gonna say to this person what you're gonna do and what is on your mind, and that person is gonna be absolutely shocked, because they're gonna become scared for themselves and their future, which means that they're not gonna be able to steal your energy. So little bastardo here have just kind of put themselves in a little corner here by doing this, because all this is gonna contribute towards you becoming so passionate to do what you need to do when it comes to your own personal project. It is to do with your own personal project that you couldn't do because of this person and this type of people. So on one hand, you're going to explain, you're going to put your point across. On another note, you're going to become extremely passionate. This energy, it's like a huge amount of negative energy, massive amount of negative energy, which you are, my gorgeous Aquamarini, going to manipulate into your favor. Because even if there is a huge amount of negative energy, it's all up here, baby, you can use that exact amount of energy and turn into something magical, into something beautiful. That's exactly what's going to happen here. You're going to this is going to remind you of exactly what you want to do, what you need to do, but you're going to become even more passionate about. It's about starting a certain project. Very important. This is very personal to you. But on another note, this is directly connected to your destiny. This is directly connected to your destiny, and now this is gonna really kind of put you in such a gorgeous place in your life where you are gonna become so adamant, you are gonna become so keen. This is bringing a confidence and self-esteem. This is bringing an optimism into your life, and when it comes to you, like kind of understanding, okay, it's gonna be a bit of like maybe hard work ahead. You're gonna absolutely love this. And let me tell you, when you start this, you know, you're gonna enjoy every single step of the way here. Indeed. Even those things that you would find are really, really slow, annoying, and boring. Everything is gonna start making sense. Okay, my gorgeous Aquamarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.